See,
Yes,
for
ma'am.
virtual lab, I have told you many times that virtual lab experiments you need to perform because we cannot perform physically now. So whatever 2-3 experiments are possible related to the syllabus, we'll perform virtually. So what is virtual lab? If you see virtual lab, we are sitting now virtually, we are meeting virtually. So just use internet and carry out the activity. So same way now we are just learning in a lecture. Our lecture is going on. In the same way, we can continue with our practical. But whenever we have to do experience, we need apparatus. So from where we'll get that apparatus? So we can see apparatus lab available on the virtually means in the cloud. So if you'll see virtual lab, it is the most general terms used nowadays, virtual lab. It is a computer based activity. So you will perform it on laptop. Mobile, it is somewhat difficult. So laptop or PC will be required. So computer based activity where students interact because you have to do that experiment. Because if I will show you demonstration, that cannot be performation. So you had to perform the experiment. But how you will perform the experiment? Since many days I am telling you, open the virtual lab and just see the experiment. I can show you within 5 to 10 minutes. It's not difficult task for you also and for me also. But even if I will show you, you have to execute. So what I have planned today, that Lakshmi she came ahead and she said that I will demonstrate how to do the virtual lab experiment. So I hope at least as Lakshmi will demonstrate, you will open yourself virtual lab and you will see the experiment. So in practical session, I will demonstrate one experiment. I will discuss theoretical concepts and question answers from oral point of view. What is the theory, how that experiment can be performed in the lab, and then you will perform virtually but not in practical session. You will perform at your own pace in your home, and then you will just give the quiz available in the virtual lab, and then you will mail me the response, your readings, what are your observations, and your score also screenshot you have to take. What is the score you got in the quiz, and that screenshot and then your observations by varying components what you observed, that one page you will mail me. So that will be the write up. Okay, so you have understood virtual lab, we have discussed it. So if you will see, this is the virtual lab symbol because MHRD, we will use MHRD, Government of India's website for virtual lab because they are a little bit with reference to our syllabus. So you need to go in the virtual lab of MHRD, Government of India website, and then it is available in the cloud. So internet you have to use it, and then sit, every students can sit in their home and they can complete the virtual lab experiments. So if you'll see, when you will go in VLab, suppose if you will see here VLab in the any search engine you can use and just type it VLab. So in that VLab, if you'll see, there will be different subjects. So we are electrical engineering, but our subject is related to all basic sciences. So you will see that electrical engineering, some experiments are available, mechanical engineering also available, and physics, physical sciences are also available. So I just requested you explore yourself where some experiments are related to the material science. You find out yourself, you tell me, and then we will carry out that experience together. Now all different institutes have launched their virtual labs. So nearby our COAP, Government College of Engineering Pune, has its own virtual lab, but that will be for machines. Then for high voltage, IIT Kharagpur we can use. One experiment about the spear gap is available on IIT Kharagpur. Then IIT Roorkee also has. IIT Guwahati also we have few experiments in the website of IIT Guwahati. You try on that. And Amrita University also there. So these are different participating institutes. So now Lakshmi will present you how to perform experiments in the virtual lab. She will demonstrate one experiment. Lakshmi, are you ready? Lakshmi? Hello, Lakshmi.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, could you please share it for me?
I will show you first your video and then you can
Yes,
talk.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You can share yourself because I have already made all can share themselves. That control I have not put for this meeting. So can I start?
Yes, ma'am.
So see, she has done a presentation. I told her you can also take with different experience. You can ask me. I will also guide you how you can make it. Okay. So this experiment video and now see she can demonstrate in the class. It's very easy. Now also I can go in the website. I can demonstrate you the steps and she would have also done in the same way Lakshmi by going in the search engine, going in the website and telling you. But she did video because I told her there are two options. For you also I am telling there are two options to present your activity. Now one way is the survey. Survey jumped in the class and he presented himself. Now so this Lakshmi has adopted another method. So whatever she would have presented here in the class by opening her PPT or by just going in the website and showing you the steps, same way she did her in the laptop and that is also easily possible on the mobile also. Just screen record yourself. Whatever you will present, open it in your mobile and just go on presenting and have a sentences, have a talk related to your presentation and your presentation will go on recording. So she did like that by screen recording. I told her the different steps and it's very easy. You can also discuss with her and screencast-o-matic she used because I am using this software screencast-o-matic recorder. Very easy it's and I if you'll see my all videos on YouTube are with that screencast-o-matic. So she also used screencast-o-matic. Now what is the advantage? Now she got her own video. Now she can launch it on YouTube. Or you launch it. Lakshmi, have you
Yes,
posted on
ma'am.
YouTube?
No, ma'am, not yet. But
Okay,
I'll do
but
it.
see now video is available. She can post it on YouTube and then see such a creativity. Miss she can start and this video will be useful for all the next year classes also. And this you can also see at any time to perform virtual lab. Whatever times you want to repeat, you can repeat it. Whatever speed you want, you can change the speed and see and so that your experiment also will be ready by that observing Lakshmi's video. So that will be advantage of pre-recorded session. She pre-recorded it and now she will talk in between also. So I am just starting video and Lakshmi will talk in between. If she want, she can tell me to pause the video also. So let us start. Just tell me, can you listen
Hello
the sound?
everyone, my name is Lakshmi Chaudhary and today I'm going to perform a virtual lab experiment on the resistivity of semiconductor by four probe method under the guidance of Dr. Dean Ma'am. Now let us start. First we will go to the browser, search VLab, then we will go to the virtual lab and select physical sciences. As you can see, there are a lot of lab available, but right now we are focusing on solid state physics virtual lab. This is a virtual lab of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeeth. So the experiment which we are going to perform is resistivity by four probe method. As we can see, there are a lot of options available like theory, procedure, self-evaluation, simulator, assignment, reference, and feedback. Okay, so the aim is to determine the resistivity of semiconductors by four probe method. Now the apparatus. The experimental setup consists of probe arrangement. They are arranged linearly in a straight line at equal distance s from each other. I'll explain the connections later. Sample of selected material which is millimeter in size and having a thickness W. An oven. This is an oven, so it is provided with a heater to heat the sample so that the behavior of the sample is studied with increase in temperature. Constant current generator, oven power supply, and digital panel meter measuring voltage and current. So the next is theory. I'll try to explain it in short. Okay, so now to measure resistivity, first we have to find resistance. And as we know, we can.
Students, now see one another advantage of pre-recorded session. She put whatever theory is there on website in one slide as per her fashion, means desired by her, and by PPT she is explaining, so that will be more clear, I think, because these are main concepts in the experience. So rather than referring only from the procedure or theory given there, she prepared PPT also.
Find the resistance by using voltmeter ammeter method. Just measure the voltage across the resistance and current. We get V by I is equal to R. And now that we have resistance value, we can calculate resistivity, which is equal to RA by L. Now this is one way to find resistivity. We can find resistivity by many methods. Particularly in this experiment, we are going to use the specific formula, that is resistivity is equal to rho naught upon function of W by S, where this function depends on the value of W and S, where W is thickness and S is spacing between the probes. Now we have two important concepts to focus on. The first one is the basic principle of four-probe method. As you can see in this figure, there are 4 points connected on the semiconductor. The outer two parts are connected to a constant current source and the inner two terminals are connected to a voltmeter. Across terminal 2 and 3, a voltmeter is connected. If we connect an ammeter to this terminal, contact resistance is also measured, whose value is very high and resistance across terminal is very low. So because of this contact resistance, error specificant is observed. Therefore, we use 4 terminals. Okay, so if we didn't use 4 terminals, contact resistance of ammeter connection, supply voltage wire, all of this comes into the picture. So to get accurate reading, we use 4 terminals. And the second concept is the DC supply. In this, they haven't marked polarities, but in DC circuit, we should always show the polarities. And like, why not AC supply? Because V by I is equal to impedance.
So students, see, when you will open any virtual lab, everything will be there, windows will be there, options will be there, theory, procedure. You read theory, the experiments which I told are very simple, basic science related. Then procedure is there and you just perform the simulator and just see the impact, and then we'll discuss in practical sessions all the theories. Suppose on this experiment, why four terminals are used, why DC supply, what is the principle used for measurement of resistivity. So I expect that you will go through the virtual lab first, then we will explain, discuss, and then you perform experiment and the quiz. Okay, so that way we will perform it 2-3 times.
So, like, this was all the theoretical part. Now, let us focus on the simulation. So, click on the simulator. So here are a few things. This is by default germanium. We can change it, but in this experiment, let us take our sample as germanium, range of current as 20 milliampere. You can also change the range of current. So this shows the voltage, it shows the current, and this shows the temperature in degrees Celsius. But while calculating, we need to convert into Kelvin.
So in any experiments in the virtual lab, there are different parameters which you can vary. Suppose here you can select germanium or silicon is there. You can change current, then you can change temperature also. You can see also the effect of temperature. So in any experiment, when you will perform in the virtual lab, you yourself find out impact. If I vary temperature, what is the impact on the resistivity or resistance? If I change the material and keep the same parameters, current, voltage, and temperature, then what I am finding effects. So these you will be your own and own predictions and your conclusions. So I expect there should not be copy work, but there will be your conclusions and what you observed. So what is the importance of virtual lab? Suppose now you will go in industry and any one task will be given to you for designing. Then just open virtual lab, check your design, what result you are getting it or no. And if you know the tool virtual lab, how to use it, then only you can perform your the task. So that is the importance of virtual lab. You must learn to use your advanced tool uses available on internet, and then carry out execute your task. So in project also you can use virtual lab to design your components or just check the performance. That way you have to learn. So therefore I am requesting you, open yourself, perform yourself, observe yourself. Okay, and then we will discuss in more.
Then this is an oven, and here is the set, wait, run, measure buttons. Now current, we need to keep the current constant throughout the experiment, and let us take our current as 3 milliampere. Yes, so now click on set, and now let us take our temperature as 25 degrees Celsius as it is, and then we have to change it to 100 millivolt, and it shows the voltage. So this is what we need in our experiment. The temperature, the voltage, and the current is constant. Here it shows the resistivity value, and we can also calculate it with the formula, that is resistivity is equal to rho naught upon function of W by S. And yeah, but the problem is we cannot change the temperature directly from here for the other readings. We need to reset it. So I don't know why, but we need to reset it. So now let us take another example. Keep the current as constant, that is 3, set, and let us take our temperature as 40. We can gradually increase it, but
if you will not reset, what will happen? The earlier effect of temperature will come into the reading. So you have to reset, means cool down that your wire material, and then measure the resistance. That's why resetting is essential.
I just show these two readings, and then click on run. So the temperature will slowly start increasing from 25 degrees Celsius up to 40 degrees Celsius, and you can observe the changes here. And then we'll have to wait till it reaches 40. So the final reading is 80.38, and the resistivity is this. Okay, so here is my observation table. I have converted temperature into Kelvin, and these are the resistivity values that I have calculated. And this is a graph that I have plotted where temperature is along the x-axis and resistivity is along the y-axis. From the graph, we can conclude that as the temperature increases, the resistivity value of semiconductor decreases.
Okay, so students, you have seen how she performed the experiment and how she just made her observations in Excel file. So that way you have to note down your own observations, change yourself and just see it, and then
Hello
you
everyone,
can
my
just
name is Lakshmi
see your
Chaudhary, and
conclusions.
today
So
I'm going
graphs
to
also you
perform
can plot it. So